Coming up on this week's edition of SCS Local Matters, City Clerk Mary Katowski stops by to give us some tidbits and some behind-the-scene information about the 2020 presidential election. The St. Clair Shores Police Department launches a virtual neighborhood watch program. These stories and more when SCS Local Matters starts right now. Hi, I'm Mary Jane Doherty, Communications Director for the City of St. Clair Shores, and you're watching SCS Local Matters. We bring you 100% city news with information you can trust. In this week's top story, the polls are closed and the votes are counted for the 2020 presidential primary election. City Clerk Mary Katowski is with us today to give a wrap-up on everything election. Welcome back to the show, Mary. You and your staff did an awesome job before, during, and after the election. What behind-the-scenes info can you share with us today?
Thank you, Mary Jane. So in my Election Day wrap-up, I just want to thank the voters who came out March 10th and cast a ballot in the presidential preference primary and the ballot proposals that were on the ballot in St. Clair Shores and throughout Macomb County. We had a 39% voter turnout. Great job. One of the highest in Macomb County. As always, voters did us proud. 18,915 voted in on Election Day and an absentee ballot. The Election Day voters eked out just by 1% those that voted early by absentee ballot. I want to remind voters we're getting calls and questions from our people on our absentee application mailing list. They're asking after Election Day, why didn't I get my ballot on Tuesday? I want to remind voters, every voter, no matter if you're an absentee voter who wants to vote from home or early, or a voter at the precinct, you always have to sign an application to receive a ballot. Not sure if you're registered to vote. My best suggestion to you with technology today is to go to www.michigan.gov/vote or just search on the internet Michigan voter registration, and then you can check, are you registered to vote, where my polling location is, so you don't have to call the clerk's office. Even on Election Day, if you're standing in line, am I in the right precinct? Do I want to know in advance what's on the ballot if I really don't know everything that's on the ballot on Election Day? You can bring up your sample ballot while you're standing in line. You could pre-mark your choices while you're waiting in line on Election Day. So when you get into the voting booth, it's a simple look at my cell phone in the privacy of the voting booth and move those votes over to my printed ballot. In every election, we were really busy on Election Day with new people registering to vote or that had never registered to vote. Yes, the law changed in Michigan, and a voter from day 14 through Election Day can register to vote at my counter if they didn't get registered to vote. But a good idea is Saturday before Election Day. Every Saturday before an election, we are open from 8 to 4. As well as that week before during normal business hours. If you know you want to vote by absentee ballot, walk into my office. Monday, the day before the election, we're open from 8 to 4 where you can cast an absentee ballot at my counter. Don't wait. Go to our website, pull down the application. There's an election email address set up. You can click, attach your signed application, and email it to the clerk's office. Do it weeks before Election Day. We'll send you a ballot by mail. You'll have plenty of time to return it to us. You can return it 3 ways: by United States postal mail, which you should give it 7 days to get back to my office, so it can be in our hands before the polls close on Election Day, so it can be counted. You can walk into the clerk's office, come to my counter, and deposit it in a ballot box. As well, there are 2 drop boxes at City Hall, one at the back doors of the building and one at the front. Don't wait for the last minute. I will remind you, if we didn't get your application by Friday before Election Day, we can't send one to you. In mid-May, applications that look like this will be mailed to those people who want to vote early and vote at home. If you're not on that mailing list, go to the election email address on the clerk's website, send us a note, we'll add you to this mailing list and send you an application. Our next upcoming election is August 4th. It's a state primary election. Make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure you get an application if you'd like to vote from home. And thank you all for voting.
Thank you so much, Mary. That was really interesting information.
Please stand by for an important message from the City Manager.
Hello, I'm Matthew Koppler, City Manager of St. Clair Shores. I'm addressing you today to provide you an update on the City of St. Clair Shores' response to the COVID-19 outbreak. The City is trying to take appropriate steps to ensure the health and safety of our citizens and our employees. To that end, effective Tuesday, March 17, 2020, we will be closing all City of St. Clair Shores buildings to the public. This closure affects City Hall, the library, the Civic Arena, the Senior Activity Center, the Department of Public Works, St. Clair Shores Country Club, and non-emergency issues at the police and fire departments. All boards and commission meetings are also canceled. City Council meetings will be held, but we're requesting the public to utilize the live stream option and not attend the meeting. Even though we'll be closed to the public, there are other ways to interact with us. Utility bills can be paid online using www.scsmi.net, and we can conduct some business over the phone. If you have questions, please call our main line, 586-445-5200, and select the appropriate choice. Though there are a lot of unknowns during this time, I do know that if we take appropriate actions now, we can improve the outcomes of this event. I ask that everyone use common sense as we move forward. Follow the hygiene protocols to slow and prevent the spread of COVID-19. Prepare for the possibility of a long-term quarantine today if you or your family are exposed. Only buy what you need so everyone has the ability to prepare. And if you can stay home, please do so. The less opportunity for exposure is good for everyone. I know the steps the city are taking today will improve the outcomes during this event. Stay safe, and thank you for your help during this emergency situation.
Do you currently have a video surveillance in your home or business? If so, the St. Clair Shores Police Department encourages you to sign up for our virtual Neighborhood Watch program. As you may know, video surveillance is one of the best methods to apprehend criminals and convict suspects in the act of committing a crime. Installing video surveillance is a great step toward helping to secure and protect your home and property. But it can also help the police protect your neighborhood. Let's take a couple of minutes and answer some of the most frequently asked questions about the virtual Neighborhood Watch program. First, how does it work? Our police department is working very hard to have a committed partnership with the residents and businesses through our Residential Neighborhood Watch, Business Watch, and Marina Watch programs. Many business owners and residents operate surveillance systems at their businesses or homes and could be an active part of our virtual Neighborhood Watch. As crimes occur, some residents or businesses are not always aware their system may have captured information that could help solve the crime and keep our community safer. In addition, police are not always aware who actually has this potentially vital information. Our police department is asking for all residents and businesses across the city to register their own surveillance camera systems with the police department. If an incident happens in the vicinity of your camera system, you will be contacted by the police, and they will request that you review your video to determine if there is any valuable information on it. Now, there's no requirement to give access to your video system to the police. This is a 100% volunteer program. Second, what are the benefits of registering your camera? By registering, the police department can quickly identify nearby cameras that may have captured any criminal activity. You would only be contacted by the police if there is an incident in the vicinity of your security camera. Third and last, how do I register my surveillance video system? to register your system and allow officers to contact you. Should an incident occur in or near where your cameras are installed, please follow the link that you see on your screen and fill out the form. Any information submitted will be sent directly to the police department and will not be shared. Again, this is a 100% volunteer program, and you may cancel at any time. Take a stand against crime and join the Virtual Neighborhood Watch program today. Every community has a variety of wildlife. Some we enjoy, others not so much. But whatever the case, each comes with its own challenges. One of the main objectives of the Animal Care and Welfare Committee lies in educating our citizens about animal welfare issues and what we can do to protect our pets. With this goal in mind, SCS TV proudly presents another episode of Nautical Tales, hosted by committee member Liz Nicosia. In this week's show, Liz talks about how increased marijuana use can be harmful to your pets now that it's legal. Adoptable cats in the kitty room of Pet Supplies Plus on Harper near 13 Mile, and upcoming Four Paws One Heart events. Welcome back to the show, Liz. We're really looking forward to your report today.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Nautical Tales. I'm your host, Liz Nicosia, with some pet news that you can use. Now, because there's been some changes regarding the use of marijuana here in Michigan, we wanted to discuss some important matters regarding the pets. The legalization of marijuana for recreational use by humans has increased exposure and toxicity in our pets. There's been a huge increase to calls to the animal poison control hotlines as well as the vet visits. Though most exposures encountered by your pets can be accidental, know that pets can become affected by inhaling the secondhand smoke or eating edibles or ingesting cannabis directly. Though some common symptoms of marijuana toxicity include sedation, lethargy, glossy eyes, dilated pupils, and vomiting, there's also difficulty walking. Whining or crying is common, as well as symptoms as terrible as seizures or coma can occur. Signs your pet was affected can be as early as 5 minutes or as long as 12 hours after exposure to this toxin. The vet will know what's best to do for treatment after exposure. You can Google this problem to get a full rundown of how it affects your pets. But we primarily wanted you to know that it's absolutely something you should keep away from your pets, as it has some serious health risks. This past week, I had a call from a close friend of mine who knew of a girl who had trapped a mama cat and 2 of her babies. We were able to get the kittens to a new home as they were still little and timid. The mom we had to get fixed at All About Animals, and I returned her myself about a week later after she had some recovery time with some warm blankets and some food and water, compliments of Rick from the Animal Care and Welfare Committee. We had an amazing warm week, and the snow was melting, so it was a good time to get her off and back to where she came from. Because she was still wild, we would not be able to keep her indoors anymore. We were very glad we got our kitten some homes, and thankful to the wonderful friend who helped me out when I called. But this is an example of how you can help with the feral cat population and how people can help if you reach out for some assistance. Remember that the feral cats were once pets and either got out of the home or got lost or were put out by their owners to fend for themselves. There are programs available, so reach out if you encounter anything like this. If you can't afford the vet, you can also do the responsible thing and take them to a program that has low-cost spaying or neutering. This helps the overpopulation problem. If you're looking for a new kitty or know of someone that's looking for a cat for adoption, please know that you can go to the Pet Supplies Plus on Harper here in St. Clair Shores. All their cats have been spayed, neutered, and vaccinated, and their medical needs have graciously been covered by Four Paws One Heart. They are ready to go and just need their forever homes and their forever parents. Sundays are their adoption events. However, you can stop in anytime and take a look at the available kitties. If you like to attend bowling events or bingo games, all while helping animals, please keep in mind that you can be updated from the Facebook link for the Four Paws One Heart on the upcoming events and the details associated with these events. I think there's 3 coming up right now, and 2 of them are located here in St. Clair Shores. As you can see, there's always something to stay busy with here in the Shores, all while supporting your community. We love our pets here in the Shores, and we originally started this Animal Care and Welfare Committee years ago to make sure there was an avenue for the citizens to reach out if they had any issues regarding their pets or some other situation that they needed assistance with. We have since blossomed into so much more. Don't forget to visit and like our St. Clair Shores Facebook page for Lost and Found Pets. To help with locating our lost pets, as well as clicking on the pets link on our City St. Clair Shores website page for licensing information and other information about dog parks and restrictions with pets in the city. I thank everyone for watching. Tune in next time to more St. Clair Shores updates and current animal-related events. I'm Liz Nicosia, your host. Back to you, Mary Jane.
Before we sign off for today, here's some information. Recently, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer changed the telephone number that you can use to contact her. The new number for constituent services is 586-335-7858 or 586-373-3400. Now, please do not use the telephone number that is listed on the 2020 city calendar. It has been changed since we published it. And as always, STV is always looking for ideas for new programs and segments. If you have a brainstorm, you can email me your comments and your ideas to maryjane@scsmi.net anytime, or give me a call, 586-447-3414. And that's the news for this week. I'm Communications Director Mary Jane Doherty. Tune in next week for more SCS Local Matters with information you can trust.